United States. First of all, it's a pro-black stance, and at the same time, we've been in that country for 437 years, and we haven't got a due level of respect. Respect got to go both ways.
Public Enemy, formed in 1982, have seen their songs withstand the test of time. After all, they have brought attention to the injustices of the Trump administration, called for the impeachment of Ronald Reagan on Rebel Without a Pause in 1987, George W. Bush and his mishandling of Hurricane Katrina, and many more.
Being black in America, I guess we're used to seeing even the most blatant, but we're also used to seeing a lot of subtle racisms.
In a catalog of gems, Chuck D and Flavor Flav have left a legacy in hip-hop and political music, none bigger than their June 1989 hit, Fight the Power. Its origin story?
Spike says, yo, I'm coming up with a movie talking about this situation in New York, man, this BS going down. Yo, man, I need an anthem.
Playback!
In short, Spike Lee reached out to Public Enemy to write a song for his legendary film, Do the Right Thing. Shockingly, it was the second draft that stuck. Fight the Power was supposed to be a revamp of Lift Every Voice and Sing, also known as the Black National Anthem. Producer Hank Shockley pushed back on this notion, which led to Chuck D drawing inspiration from the Isley Brothers track with the same name in 1970. Chuck would also draw inspiration not just from the times that came before, but present day. A white mob attacked 3 black boys outside a pizza shop, with ringleader John Lester calling for their killings. Michael Griffith escaped the chase by going onto a busy highway, where he was struck by a car and died. Lester, who passed in 2017, stated, "I accept responsibility for Michael Griffith's death. If we hadn't chased him, he wouldn't have died." Lester would serve 15 years and be deported from the U.S. But that wouldn't be all.
You better believe that I hate the people that took this girl and raped her brutally. You better believe it. And it's more than anger, it's hatred. And I want society to hate him.
Real estate mogul Donald Trump would take out a full-page ad in the New York Times mandating the death penalty for Antron McCray, Kevin Richardson, Yusef Salaam, Raymond Santana, and Corey Wise.
I know as an OG, this dude I had a problem with from way back, so that's why I'm wearing my shirt. This is the beginning of my problems with 45. And everybody didn't have a camera back there.
Nobody had a camera back then.
And you know what? If that was you and you got caught out by the popo at that time and got pointed to and then was plastered all over the Daily News, the New York Post, how, a rebuttal on page 13 ain't gonna fix it, yo. The thing that blows the mind is how much of America, the United States of America, fell victim to this New York City huckster 3-card Monty playing on society, get over, slick kid, privileged brat, and called him president. That's when we got a problem, bro.
Hey guys, quick break in the action. I have a new show coming out called The Rick Strom Show. It is going to be awesome. I'm interviewing musicians, athletes, producers, writers, journalists, authors, sports doctors. Go check it out at youtube.com/@TheRickStromShow. Also be sure to throw me a follow on Instagram, Threads, Blue Sky. It can all be found in the description box below. Thank you. Via PBS, the 5 serve their complete sentences between 6 and 13 years before another man, serial rapist Matthias Reyes, admitted to the crime, and DNA testing supported his confession. This also came at a time when Ed Koch was mayor of New York City. Although he is said to have saved the city from bankruptcy, tensions began with his crackdown on graffiti, one of the so-called 4 elements of hip-hop, wrote Slate's Forrest Wickman. A priority for him was putting dogs and razor wire around subway yards to prevent the artistry. He'd even state, "If I had my way, I wouldn't put in dogs, but wolves." In 1983, this happened.
Of all the arrests this year, none has received as much public attention, though, as that of Michael Stewart, a young graffiti artist. On September 15th, 25-year-old Michael Stewart was arrested for scrawling on the wall of a subway station at 3 in the morning. 30 minutes later, Stewart lay in a deep coma at Bellevue Hospital's emergency room. What happened in those 30 minutes is the subject of an ongoing controversy. Stewart never regained consciousness. 13 days after his arrest, Michael Stewart was dead.
which led to Jean-Michel Basquiat depicting the death in Defacement, the death of Michael Stewart, and Lee's Do the Right Thing, symbolized by Radio Raheem dying at the hands of police via nightstick, the same weapon, per witnesses, that was used against Michael Stewart. Lee also paid tribute to Stewart in his film by placing Raheem and Buggin' Out up against a wall with graffiti that read, "Dump Coke." What played out of Raheem's boombox? Fight the Power by Public Enemy. Pitchfork's Stephen Kersh beautifully writes, Black New Yorkers felt especially taken aback by his tendency to equivocate when asked to address the city's ambient anti-blackness. Hip-hop emerged during his stormy tenure, and the burgeoning culture drew the mayor's scorn in an outsized way. As Chuck D told Spin.com, I knew what I was talking about because I experienced it right in front of my eyes, and then I was able to convey that to paper. So I wasn't dreaming and imagining all the time. So when I wrote Fight the Power, I knew the sentiment of it lyrically. As Rolling Stone put it, for Chuck D, the powers were racist, rednecks, superficial liberals, Elvis Presley, John Wayne, and even Bobby McFerrin's feel-good hit, or was it complacent? Don't worry, be happy. Anyone and anything that has stood in the way of true equality for black people for the past 5 centuries. It would hit #1 on the hot rap singles and stayed there for 6 consecutive weeks, wrote OKPlayer.com.
You had to be really stupid to not know the effects of Reagan and Bush. I mean, really, if you was 20 years old and you realized that Reagan and Bush, I mean, you didn't realize that Reagan and Bush was just a bad thing for you and also the rest of the country, then you wasn't going to get it anyway. You was going to look at Fight the Power as something else. It's the same thing today. I mean, you know, if you don't recognize, you know, in the world of Donald Trump or what's going on, there ain't going to be nothing that's going to hit you except for catastrophe.
After the film, Spike Lee would shoot the music video for Fight the Power in Brooklyn, New York. Chuck would reflect, now Fight the Power feels like one of my babies. I mean, every song I write is one of my children. So it's about that. It's just like, it's a part of you. You write it for yourself, but everybody has to share it. And that's the beauty of it. It's really the most important Public Enemy record. Hey, I appreciate you watching. Now, if you can, please do become a channel member by going to youtube.com/TYTsports and clicking the join button. If that's too much for you, you can just go to tyt.com/join to become a member. It helps all of us out here at the Young Turks and keeps our network afloat. In addition, you could follow me on my socials on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate the love. Have a great day. Calling out elite people in comedy should be the rule of thumb.
I think Donald Trump's hair is actually another creature.
Yeah.
The hair's like going, good night, Donald. Good night, Donald. There we go.
Maybe it goes out. It goes out and makes money while he's asleep.
There is something about punching down that feels taboo, and punching up is the way to go.
Crack's not really my thing, but if it was, it would be fine if I was on that side.
Wow.
Don Jr.'s on coke.
We won with poorly educated. I love the poorly educated.
I'm a very stable genius.
It is very important, the work that the Jordan Kleppers are doing, the work that the Good Liars are doing, the work that our team here at the Turks are doing, and many more.
Used to see these tackles, now they tackle. Oh, head-on-head collision. Bing, flag, footballs become soft.
You have Trump doing sound effects for tackles. The choice could not be more clear. Like, let's not beat around the bush about it.